Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to talk about who I believe is going to be the NBA Rookie of the Year. I got three candidates. Those three candidates are Jalen Suggs, Cade Cunningham, and Jaylen Green. I think it's going to be a three-way race this year. So before we continue today's video, I want to hear your opinions down below. Who do you believe will be this year's Rookie of the Year? Right now, I'm going to just say I think it's a three-way race between Jalen Suggs, Cade Cunningham, and Jaylen Green. And I'll reveal at the end of the video who I believe will be the most likely to win it. Now, if we start off with Jaylen Green, arguably he's one of the most pure scorers in this year's draft. And he came into this year being more polished and a better scorer than Anthony Edwards. He's not as athletic as Anthony Edwards, but he is way more polished and skilled than Anthony Edwards was coming into the league. And we saw how comfortable he was scoring the ball in the NBA Summer League while he averaged 20 points a game while shooting 52% from the field and 52% from three, okay? So he was a beast, and I can't wait to see him and Kevin Porter Jr. be the backcourt while the front court is, Christian Wood out there with maybe Jae'Sean Tate or whatever. I think this is going to be a high-flying team that, I really think Jaylen Green will be the leading scorer out of this group, and I think he's just going to be putting on a clinic. I really think he's going to be a 20-point scorer from day one, Jaylen Green. Now, if we go over to Jalen Suggs, I think Jalen Suggs out of these three guys has the possibility, because I said this in a previous video, I think Cade Cunningham and Jalen Suggs both have that field general, floor general. Field generals, what you call a quarterback, and that's what they are. They're really, Cade Cunningham and Jalen Suggs are quarterbacks, okay, who play the point guard positions. They legitimately elevate everybody around them. They make their team better. There's very few players like that in the league. And I think Cade Cunningham and Jalen Suggs both have that trait. And obviously, the first 5 picks in this year's draft and any other draft would have each been probably a first overall pick. And that's how loaded. But if we saw Jalen Suggs average 15.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 1.7 steals per game, and a block a game in 2.5 games this year in the Summer League, okay? He's a guy who has playmaking skills that are off the charts, defensive energy. He can score from inside and outside. He has a variety of talents. He's probably one of the most all-around players that, he's not elite at one singular thing, but he's so good at everything that he's such a good, well-rounded prospect. And people don't realize this Magic team, I think, is low-key has a lot. I think it's deeper than the Rockets, and it's deep. I think they still have older players that the Magic surprisingly could be a team that could push to be a play-in team, sort of how we saw, like, the Orlando Magic could be this year's Charlotte Hornets with Jalen Suggs having a LaMelo effect, okay? And I think Jalen Suggs and RJ Hampton are going to be the backcourt of the future with Cole Anthony, obviously, and maybe Markelle Fultz. But I expect Markelle and Cole Anthony by season end to be behind RJ Hampton and Jalen Suggs. I really think they're going to be the future. So I think it's going to be phenomenal to watch those two guys go to work, okay? But I think Jalen Suggs is going to elevate the roster. Chuma Okeke, and then you got Jonathan Isaac, Mo Bamba, Wendell Carter Jr. I think Jalen Suggs is going to have so many people to drive and then kick out to. And I think they're going to be one of the best defensive teams potentially. They have the potential. I'm not going to say that they are going to be. They have the potential to be one of the best defensive teams and one of the most surprising teams in the league because they're supposed to be rebuilding. Now, Cade Cunningham. Look, Cade Cunningham is the guy. He's elite at everything. He really was the best player in this year's draft. He is the closest thing I think we have. I think he's the best first overall pick since Anthony Davis, okay? Or even Karl-Anthony Towns, where we know what he's going to be a for sure all-star. And the Pistons have a young core that's very intriguing with, Saddiq Bey, Kellyan Hayes, Isaiah Stewart, Frank Jackson, Josh Jackson, Saban Lee, and Cade Cunningham. And they also have Jeremy Grant, okay? And I could see Detroit having a similar season, like I just said, the Magic, okay? That they have that LaMelo, Kate Cunningham having that LaMelo Ball impact as well, because like I said, he has the similar traits that Jalen Suggs, but maybe even better. Okay, and I think the only knock you could say is I really don't think there's a knock. I think the one knock you could say is he doesn't have elite NBA athleticism. But besides that, I think he's everything. And I think the Pistons could also be a team that could make the play in, especially that they're on the East. But this is a guy who I think is going to be a 20-point scorer, averaging at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists a game with a steal and a block. Okay? I think really 27 and 7, 1-1 is a very realistic number. And this is where I come down and I say, okay, who's going to be Rookie of the Year? Traditionally, a lot of time it used to be off the scoring, and I think we're moving away from whoever scores the most points being the Rookie of the Year. So I think third place is going to be Jaylen Green. And I think it's going to be between Jalen Suggs and Cade Cunningham. And I think the deciding factor isn't going to be stats. It's going to be team record and just team impact. How much of their win share. So unless somebody gets hurt, I want to be biased and say Jalen Suggs because I'm a Magic fan, and that's where I'm going to be biased, okay? That's where I'm going to be biased. But then as I think about it more, I might have to say Cade Cunningham, but I think I'm going to be biased and say Jalen Suggs as a Magic fan because I believe we could make the play-in tournament. But Cade Cunningham, whoever has the better record out of Cade Cunningham, Jalen Suggs will be the winner. I want it to be Jalen Suggs, but Cade Cunningham could win it. I mean, if the Rockets have a great year, they could win it. But besides that, I think that's who Rookie of the Year will be. We'll be back with Most Improved, I think, next. So I want to hear your thoughts down below, guys. Like, comment, do all that good shit. But, yeah, I think that'll be it for me today.